You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Those are the first words you will hear in the game, Slay the Princess. The name of the game is rather odd, but at least the premise of the game is immediately clear. You are here to slay the princess. So, you do as you are told, and follow the path to the cabin. Before you enter, however, you'll get this warning.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
With these ominous and mysterious words of advice, you'll step into the cabin and find a pristine blade lying upon a table. The blade which you need if you want to slay the princess. You can decide whether to take the blade, or to leave it, before you descend into the basement. At the bottom of the staircase, you lock eyes with the princess, the one you need to slay. You are offered a choice. Will you slay the princess? And although the choice may seem insignificant, this single choice will send you spiraling down into the rabbit hole known as the princess. At first glance, the princess looks angelic and beautiful. She appears to be mysterious, but nothing about her screams monster. Yet, it's hard to let go of the feeling that something about the princess isn't right. This is a horror game after all, and you were told that the world will end if she lives. But could you really kill a harmless creature like that? Whatever decision you make next, whether you lock her up, save her, or kill her, what comes next is always bloodshed. If you abandon the princess in the basement, she will break through the door in the form of a nightmarish creature. If you try to free her, the game will force your knife down her back. And, if you try to slay her, the princess will brutally fight for her life, until either of you, or both of you, ends up dead. Slay the Princess is a horror game, and although the game looks cute, there's a monster at the heart of it. And regardless of who dies, this will be merely the start of the bloodshed. You will find yourself back at the cabin, memories fresh of the murder, and you'll be tasked with the same thing again. Slay the princess. However, the princess remembers you, and whatever actions you took previously have shaped her, twisted her into something else. You'll try to kill her, and she kills you, or you kill her, and after that you'll find yourself back at the cabin. A loop, and in the end you find yourself back where it started. Each time this happens, you die and the world ends, but you have forever, so you kill her again, and again, and again. This is the part where it becomes hard to describe what comes next, because you and the princess change over the course of the game. You will try to save the princess, be ripped apart, be feasted upon. You will stab the princess in the heart, betray her, she will drown you, burn you alive. Both you and the princess change to adapt, to overcome each other, or to complement each other. A dance of violence and conflict. At times you help her, at times she helps you, and then you both fall back into the habit of killing. But as this continues, a question rises. What is this all for? What is the princess? She is a monster. She is a damsel. She is a witch. A nightmare. She is a multitude of things. Each time you finish a route in the game, you will meet this entity that wants you to go through the ordeal again. You shape the creature with your experiences, and in turn you too will grow, until in the end, both of you have fully grown from the time-looped battlefield, where love withered, died, and blossomed. And then the truth is revealed. You're inside a construct, created to nurture you. What are you? You are a nascent god, created to rid a dying world of death, and to keep the world alive, the way it is, forever. Opposing you is the shifting mound, the collective being of every princess you met. She too was created, though not on purpose. She is but a byproduct of your creation, split into many shards of herself that you had the pleasure of making with your and her blood. The princess is an indescribable paradox that contains all of her multitudes, all of her sadness, hatred, pride, passion, and desires, all shaped by you. She is a goddess of change, of life and death. She became whatever you perceived her to be. If you saw her as a beast, she would change into one. If you saw her as a damsel, she would be one. And now, after both of you have woken up, she stretches her hand towards you and asks you to set each other free and bring forth the end. Or will you slay the princess and save the world? Your choice affects you, the world, and the princess, and this time the way it will end falls upon your shoulders. But in truth, both of these endings are less than desirable. The game itself is shrouded in mystery, and honestly there's no clear answers on what each ending truly means. What would a world in eternal stagnation look like? Would freeing the princess doom the world, or merely reset a cycle anew? No great answers are provided. However, the game also has one more additional ending. You go back to where it all started. Back to the center, back to the cabin at the end of the path. Instead of facing the shifting mound, you talk to the princess again. She's just herself. She remembers the slaughter that took place between the two of you. If you truly don't want to doom the world, or slay her, she offers you a third option. Reset everything. Make her put everything back the way it was. You'll get to meet her again, and you won't have memories of her, and neither will she, but at least you will be together, albeit murdering, betraying, and saving each other, until the next time you'll find yourself once again at this crossroad. And truly, there's only an illusion of choice here, because who in their right mind would just end the story after just one run? So regardless of what ending you choose within the game, your heart will most likely send you back to where you started, and you'll restart the game to see more of the princess. And you will find yourself back on the path in the woods. And at the end of that path will be a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. She'll kill you, you'll kill her, you'll kill her, and she'll kill you. Again and again. All just to spend that little extra time with her. And so the murder, betrayal, and slaughter continue on the endless, time-looping battlefield. And the true monster shows its face. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity, and at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as love. The monster here isn't you or the princess, it's your love. It's the monster that causes you to tear through the princess's heart, that makes you choke on your own blood, that makes you drive a stake into your lover's body, and the monster that makes you go through it all over again at the end. It is the love that prevents you from moving on, even after reaching the end, and instead makes you reset, and reset, and reset again. This game is a horror game, and love is one of the greatest horrors out there. You'll come back, and so does she, the two of you together in a never-ending carnage. In a way, the monster, like the princess, is a paradox, something that defies logic. The monster is ugly, hideous, and out for blood, but at the same time also delivers heartbreaking moments of redemption, clarity, and passion. Slay the Princess is a love story, not because it shows you how beautiful it can be, but because it also makes you go through the depravity and sickness and obsession that is the hidden face of love. But even so, this tragedy will not continue forever. One day, I will finish playing the game, and the final ending will make itself clear. I will leave the blade lying on the table. I will go into the basement one last time. Instead of slaying the princess, or restarting another cycle, I will leave it all behind and go with the princess into the great unknown outside the cabin, and say farewell to the game, and carry the princess, the experience, and all it gave me into my heart. Maybe this is a horror game. Maybe this is a love story. Honestly, I'm at a loss of words on what to say. But you know what? That's okay. I won't face the unknown alone, after all.